What's up guys, it's Rick, and today I'm going to show you how to take care of your Chevy Shuffle, or aka Chevy Shudder, in your 2013 to 2017, 2018, maybe even 2000 and up to 20 with the new body styles. But anyways, this is a 2015 Cadillac Escalade, has the Chevy Shuffle, Chevy Shudder with a torque converter. We're going to go ahead and flush it with the Mobil 1 synthetic ATF fluid. And if you have a Denali, Yukon Denali, Suburban, Cadillac Escalade, Chevy Tahoe, this is your fix for the 8-speed transmission that is giving you problems. Very simple, clear cut. I will tell you everything you need in this video, so make sure you subscribe and let's get to work. All right guys, this is the Mobil 1 synthetic ATF high performance fluid that you need to correct this issue. This was a bulletin that came out, and you guys, this is the stuff that will, only the stuff that will work. And if you give me a super thanks down below, super thanks, what it is a donation down below, and the icon looks like this. You scroll down right above the comment section, you'll see the icon, $2, $1, whatever you guys suggest that you thank me for. And what I'll let you do is you can get the discount on the ATF fluid, and you can use my account. So if you go ahead and send me a super thanks down below, I will reply back to you. Call my phone number at 954-394-6581 or text me, and you will get this ATF fluid for a unit, which for 12 units, $110.40. Now, this does call for 12 units for the flush. If you want to go ahead, now when I say units, 12 quarts. If you want to do a triple flush, you're going to need about 20 of them. You don't have to do a triple flush. Every time I flush this out, it always works for another 20,000 miles, and then I have to do it again. So, the materials you're going to need. This right here, this is to get the transmission fluid, the old stuff, into the bucket. If you cannot get a bucket, anything that drops underneath the truck, this is what I use. I also have a bucket here to catch stuff with the hoses. Now, I'm using this multi-use transfer pump. I'm using just the hoses in here, and I'll show you how I use the hoses. If I need to use the pump itself, I will, but I'm using this. And what this is, it attaches to the top of the quarts, and we'll go up and underneath the truck later on in this video and show you how to refill everything that we took out of this transmission. But we're going to do it the easy way, guys. And the easy way is not by sucking everything out from underneath. I know you've seen a lot of videos where that takes place, and I highly suggest you don't do it. It's very, very time consuming, and I would not recommend doing it to anybody. All right, so first thing you're gonna do is go into the Escalade. Oh boy. Sometimes the key fobs don't work. And we're gonna pop the hood. Alrighty. You pop the hood. Over here, you're going to see the radiator hose right here. And right underneath the radiator hose, you have this line here. There's a black clip right here. You're going to take this clip off. You can take it off with your fingers. Take it off. And then right in here, you will see a ring. I have taken the ring off already. It looks like this. It is in this groove right here. See that silver groove in there? You will see this. What you need to do is put a pick in there or a small object and pick this out. Make sure you don't lose it, because this locks this line in place. As soon as you take this out, we are going to quickly take this out and try to connect a hose, or let the transmission fluid that's coming out of there go into the bucket or the drip pan underneath the truck. That's why I have this cardboard underneath there, so that whatever residual we get doesn't go on my pavers. So here we go. All right guys, so we put our pan underneath the truck to catch whatever we possibly can catch. Then we're gonna take this out. You're gonna have fluid coming out of here. Oh, look at that, there wasn't too much. All right, guys, so what you're going to do now, you're gonna get this. You need this. This is 1/4 inch inner diameter, outer diameter 3/8 tubing. It's like $7 from Lowe's. You get this, then you take it. After you remove that pipe right here with that clip, you're going to move this up, because we're gonna put a hose on that too. Move that up and shove this in here, okay? So this tube is going right in here, and it'll fit pretty snug. Then you're gonna take your red line right here, okay? And you're gonna connect it to this. Now this is gonna be a little difficult because this is a rigid pipe. If you can get it down in there, manipulate it a little bit. I don't want to take off the radiator hose because we need that attached when we're running the motor. Okay, I got it. Try to get it over the lip. I really got to try to get it over that lip. You might have to use a wrench. Probably gonna have to get a wrench to get this on, so I'm gonna go get a wrench real quick. All right. Damn, this is difficult. Where's the bucket gonna be? Yeah, it's all twisted. So we'll see how it works like this. See if we can get the fluid out like this. Not. We'll have to modify a little bit. I don't know, but let's see if we get the fluid out. All right, let's get our bucket ready. See if we get the fluid out. Okay guys, you can see I've turned the truck on and it is coming out of this pipe. Quite nice. As you can see, I disconnected that. All the transmission fluid from the transmission is now going right in here. Look at how black and dark that is. Terrible, 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 terrible. So we will go ahead. The next thing we're going to do after we get all this pumped out is we're going to go underneath and start pumping fluid in and turning the truck on. Pumping fluid in and turning the truck on. Pumping fluid in and turning the truck on. And we're still pumping, guys. Still pumping over here. Black. Should be clear, translucent red. We'll show you next. Still pumping it out. All right, so grab your first ATF fluid, connect your pump to the top of it, and I'll show you what you're gonna do. Now this right here is really not gonna work that well, so let's see if I can find something else. All right guys, so I have this attached. This thing is sort of giving me a little bit of problems, so I might be using this one. I still have that hose attached over here. All I did was take the second hose and I cut it in half. This is the second hose right here. This is the first hose that came in this box. So we're gonna go over here and attempt to use that. So I'll tell you and show you where we gotta go. All right, just have the floor jack underneath it. It's just to raise it up a little bit. Again, for safety purposes, this jack, this truck is definitely taller than me, so I won't need to put jack stands on it, because if it comes down, it's not going to come down on top of me. All right, so here's the plug right here. You reach up top here and you got to wiggle it out. This is the plug. All right, that's it right there. You guys can see that. All right, so your transmission is right here and the fill is right here. So it's probably gonna be easier with that red transfer pump, so we'll do that now. All right guys, so I have the out, as you can see, going up into the top of the transmission there, and then this end here, it's just this one is a lot easier to use than the other one. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use that one. Hope you guys can see this. Yeah, we're good.
All right. So carefully, try not to drop ATF fluid all over the place. And we're just gonna go ahead, stick it in here to our mobile one. Shot mobile one. And we're gonna just pump it in. Wow, pretty quick. All right, let's get another one. Oh shit, it's gonna talk about the ATF fluid everywhere. This is when you need your son to come over and help you out and say, hey, bring me another bottle of ATF. Don't be super tank, guys. Here we go.
All right, here's number 2.
Number 2 done. What we'll start doing is start adding the residual into one. And just repeat the process, guys, until every single one of these is empty. We'll see you when we go to flush again.
All right, guys, so we're about 4 quarts in. I'm gonna start the motor up. 4 quarts in, we're gonna let the transmission pump again. See what color we got. All right, looking a little bit better. Black. So we'll go ahead and flush the rest of this, and then we'll go underneath and we'll pump in another 4 more quarts. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see that. Well, you know you can, because I'm looking at, you can see it, it's red. It's not the bright red color yet, it's still got a little bit of black in it, but we're getting there. All right, guys, now we got this nice red color. Nice clear red color. I'm gonna just go ahead and put in 1 more quart, pump that quart out, and then we'll go ahead and start filling up the transmission fluid and reconnecting our lines in there so that the transmission starts to get filled. All right, just put in another quart. Let's see what color we got now. It's a little better. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's looking red, guys. That's looking pretty red to me. Alright guys, so that's the clear red we want to see. So now we're going to go ahead and start, we're going to reconnect our lines and start filling the transmission until it comes out the top of the fill hole. So I'll just allow this to drain a little bit more. That's a nice color red there. We'll go ahead and shut off the engine and reconnect our lines here. All right, guys. All we're gonna do now is just get this hose off, just like that. And don't forget the clip that we had in the beginning. This clip right here. You gotta put that back on. We're gonna go ahead, put our hose back in. Of course, it's probably wrong because the hose is still in there. I'll give you guys permission to call me in the comments. I won't judge. This is gonna be cool. All right, how's it going? All right, we're in. So now let's go fill from the bottom until it spills out the fill hole. All right, guys, I am on my last Mobil 1 synthetic ATF high performance fluid. Now, when you pump, this is 8 quarts after I flushed with 4. We'll see if we have fluid that comes out. All right, so I have my pump here. see if fluid comes out. I can hear it sloshing, and yep, there it is. We are full now. It was splashing in there and then dumped over. So I'm putting a couple more pumps in. I don't know if this whole quart will go in, but we'll try. Whoop! A little bit's gonna go in my driveway here. Stand by, folks. Clean up on aisle underneath the truck. It looks like she's full, guys. Yep, she's full. All right. Take both of these out. Try not to get it all over the place. Put your towel underneath where the ATF fluid is dripping. All over the place, right? And burn your hand on the catalytic converter. Make sure you do that. All right. Now take your plug. Remember your plug? This plug here. And we're gonna put it back up where it belongs, guys. Up there, where all that fluid. Make sure you burn your hand again. All right, guys. That's the end of the job. We're gonna plug it up. We gotta get all this stuff from underneath here. And we'll see how she runs now. Let's take it for a little test drive. All right, guys, just jumped into the car after the transmission flush. Now, I've heard mixed things. First you can not see a difference within the first 100 miles, and then it starts to change. And some people say it fixes it immediately. Some people who haven't changed their flush, haven't done a flush ever, and they have over 150,000 miles, it doesn't change anything and they need a new transmission. But I've been doing this since 70,000, 60,000 miles, every 20,000 miles, and it works great for me. One other thing that I do as a bonus is I go and I get a red tube at AutoZone, and I'll go ahead and finish the video up with that, and I add that to the top of the transmission fluid, the mobile one that I just replaced. But this transmission is feeling great now. I'm not getting any downshifting of the torque converter. I'm not getting any hard shifts. I'm not getting any shuffles. Again, I've only driven it down the street, but it's already acting 10 times better than it did before I did the flush. So thanks for watching. I'll include that that special oil I was talking about. It comes in a little tube about this big at AutoZone Advanced Auto Parts. It's pretty expensive. It's about 20 bucks for the tube, but you just take off that cap on the underneath of the transmission on the top of it and add that to it. So we're gonna continue to drive this, guys. Hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, post. Give me a thumbs up, and don't forget those super thanks, guys. That helps me out create more content like this. Have a great day, guys.